Diana, this topic does it. This topic is wide. This topic is wide, but the great thing about that we're very excited is that there's an opportunity that is almost like a one-stop center, right? And this is why I would want to ask Diana, what excites you about this Grow project? What excites you the most? As a woman, what excites you about it as a businesswoman? What to you, what is exciting?
Money.
Money is the problem. Money has been the problem from day one. But it's getting better. The money, the fact that you can access that money.
Imagine we are giving loans from 4 million to 200 million. Imagine if 200 million landed in my hands right now, how far I would go.
What you would do with it.
What I would do with it is amazing.
And
so for me, that is the exciting bit. I wouldn't want a woman to be held back, not to access this money for fear of getting loans or being in debt. But what can you achieve when you borrow this money?
Yes.
It should be the driving force. What can I achieve when I get this money?
Yeah.
It's the most important. That should be your driver. That is what should push you to get the money. For me, if they told me that I can get 200 million right now at an interest rate of 10%, I would fly with it.
You would.
I would fly with it. So I encourage every woman who is out there, is doing business, not to be limited by
money.
I fear the banks will come after me. I fear being in debt. I fear... No. Fear is from the devil, which is the worst thing that can happen to you.
Fear is from your experience. Fear is from your experience. From the devil is from your experience with those bad guys.
If you fear to fail, to walk.
Yes.
I mean, if you fear to fall, you will never walk. And people keep saying that you can't fail to sleep. You don't want to sleep because you don't want to dream.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's being a coward. You dream and go after your dreams.
Yeah.
And how can you achieve your dreams? If it means getting the loan, get it. What is most important is that you have got this money and you have used it for the right purpose. You have not diverted the money into different things. Simanye, I have a wedding. Simanye, this person has died and I get the money and give it. No. Yeah. Use it for what? When you have invested it, you've got the profit. Then you can contribute to people's weddings. You can give people condolences.
Out of your profit.
Out of your profit.
Not out of.
Not after what. Not from what you have borrowed.
Not after the disbursement, and then you immediately rush.
So if you have borrowed money and you want to invest it in your business, let it first reproduce. Yeah. Then you can get excited. But if you get excited now and you eat the seed. Yes. The other day we had the deputy speaker graduating some of the people that we have trained from the refugee host districts. And he gave an analogy of planting G-nuts. He said that when you're planting G-nuts with your mouth, you have two choices. To get hungry and eat the seed, or to suffer the hunger and plant and enjoy a good harvest. You understand?
There are two options.
There are two options. When you're planting G-nuts with your mouth, and it's about 1 o'clock, it's hot, you're hungry, you're tired, and you have these raw G-nuts in your mouth. You have a choice to chew on them and swallow them. Now, eat your seed.
And forgo
the harvest. Or plant them, finish, then enjoy a bigger harvest at the end of the season. So, get the money, invest it, let it multiply and reproduce, and then you can enjoy the benefits of the loan that you have got. When I get a loan, yes, I have a list of things that I want to achieve. And when I look back and I count them, I am proud. I feel like, wow, I did it. Yeah. I did it. It does not matter the pain that I went through. I got this loan, I did it. And I can look at them. Even if it means just, I got this money to just refurbish my house. Yeah. That alone is an achievement if I am able to refurbish my house.
It is.
I have got a loan and I wanted to put this and I wanted this. I wanted a TV. I wanted a car.
Let your goals drive you.
And I can look at them at the end of paying that loan. Then I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to get a loan to buy a car like me.
Yes.
If your need is not a car, it is a business. Invest in your business. But at the end of the day, when you look back and look at the things you achieved with your loan,
they should make you happy.
they should make you happy. You should be proud of yourself that I did this.
Yeah.
I borrowed. You buy even a cow. Someone told me that when you are to grow, make sure you get a loan and buy a cow and name it Grow. That you always remember that this was my achievement from Grow.
Yes.
Or buy a piece of land and you call it Grow. To always remind you that when I worked at Grow, I bought this land. I bought this cow. I bought this car. I bought this dress. And then you're able to count your achievements.
The power of positive thinking.
But when you start saying, oh, they'll come after me, I'll not sleep, I will not be able to access my money when I need it. Yes.
Yeah.
Even you, there are moments when you wake up and cook and food gets bad. Are you going to stop cooking? No. So even them in the bank, whatever they're doing is kind of like they're cooking. You get?
Yeah.
So one day the system will be down. That does not make you fail to bank with a bank.
Stop everything.
You can't stop.
Yeah.
You will lose your ATM and the bank will tell you first get this, first go to the police, pick this. Those are their requirements. Because without them, they don't know you.
Yeah.
Without a national ID, the bank doesn't know you. Without the required documents, the bank doesn't know you. So for them to know you, it's what you have given to them. And you should be able to go through the entire process.
Yeah.
So
it's
your fears, your anxieties, your worries, this and that, those are things that will stop you from progressing.
True.
Yet when we are working, we are looking at how we are progressing. You have sold these tomatoes for 20 years and all you're working for is money to buy food every time you go back home. But what if you thought that maybe if I sell these tomatoes, I can even add value to them and make tomato paste and pack it and excel it. Out of 20 tomatoes, I can make 50 tins of tomato paste, which I can sell at a higher price, and I'm able to go and much more, and I build a house, and I take my children to good schools, and I drive a car. Those should be the things that drive us.
Being part of private sector, yes, the private PSFU, you've been very instrumental in enabling enterprise development. Why do you think the woman out there who basically gets even the financing from the very beginning and starts up well, gets into, has a good market and is thriving, always reaches maybe a certain point and then fails at the business? Some of the notable reasons that you have seen in your line of work, what could they be?
Okay, I don't want to tag it onto PSFU.
Yeah.
I would want to give my own example.
Yeah.
The different challenges that you face while you're doing your business. Personally, I love business, and we meet different challenges. You start with this dream and you want to grow. Then sometimes you get overambitious and you invest in many things, and then the money is not coming out, and you lose it, and the business collapses. We don't keep records. We don't keep time.
Yeah.
You have an order. Someone has given you an order. Deliver this by 6 a.m. You bring it at midday. And the person is mad and chases you away.
Yes.
And you have lost a client. And if you lose more of them like that, your business
you're going to
collapse.
fail. You're going to fail.
There's a salon I used to go to in Bukoto. They used to do crochet very well.
Yes.
But the lady had a very bad attitude. And she did my hair twice. I never went back. And you left. But last weekend I went back because they had nice hair. They would get this hair and they twist it themselves before and then sell it to clients who want that kind of hair, spring twists, different things. Yes. When it is already twisted and you just crochet it on your hair.
It's faster.
So I went looking for the hair and they told me the salon had closed about 2 years ago. I went there, I think around 2018, 2019. I went there in 2018. So I was like, I'm not surprised they closed. Yes. Because the people that were running the business had a bad attitude. And guess what? We are closed.
And when you break it down, bad attitude in regards to what? Bad
To a client. You are quarreling at clients, then somebody comes to do their hair and you do hair and leave gaps, and when somebody complains, you're like, but this woman is also complaining, instead of fixing what the client has complained about.
Yes.
Because when a client is complaining,
that's
they're
feedback.
giving you feedback.
Yes.
But you don't like the feedback because it's negative. Or no client na yai wantondo.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of you fixing the complaint that they have made to you.
Yes.
So you find that those are things that make us fall back.
Yes.
And close our businesses. Then wrangles within the partners, within the management teams, and you tear yourselves apart. And you can't progress. Once there's divisions and infighting, the project can't go on.
Yeah.
So they end up closing.
I'm looking at sustainability.
Then we have poor quality products. I think Ugandans don't really pay attention to quality. You give someone a shoe to sew, to repair, and they bring it with these wide-looking patches at you.
Yeah.
But who will wear this shoe now? You can't fix my shoe like this and I wear it again. You have actually spoiled it. It was as good as throwing it away. I didn't have to take it for repair. You get?
Yes.
You give someone a dress to tailor and they just fold and sew on top without putting any idea of, okay, I think I can make it better.
Nice? Yeah.
She needs it to fit properly. She doesn't want these threads to show. But you don't put in the time and the energy to make for somebody a good dress.
Now, when we come and then we bracket all these different things in, whether it is customer care, whether it is professionalism, are also these embedded in the trainings and the GROW project?
Of course, that is what we are focusing on. When we tell you about mindset change, we are telling you about mentoring and coaching and training, and we are trying to make sure that we have the good attitude that is required of us to do business professionally and efficiently and effectively.
Yeah.
We are telling you, you need to learn to keep management. You need to pay attention to quality. You need to pay attention to branding. You need to pay attention to all the nitty-gritties of your product or your service to make sure it is of the required standard.
Yes.
That when somebody buys your product,
they know they're getting a good quality,
a quality product. We want to see many products written on made in Uganda, and they're going to other countries. Made in Uganda, whether it's coffee, whether it's a dress, whether it's a dairy product, whether it's whatever it is that we are making, and it is branded made in Uganda, proudly Ugandan, then you know that you're working.
Yes.
And that is what GROW wants to see happening.
It's doable. It's ambitious but doable.
We can do it.
And
we can begin with small steps.
Yes.
But we know that that is where we are going.
That's where we're going.
We've seen our president calling us out. You people.
Over and over again.
We need to produce Ugandan products. And we also export. And we stop the importing business. Yeah. You cannot have products, the market flooded by Chinese products, when there is nothing going to China. Let our coffee go to China. We have cotton in Uganda. Let our garments go to China. Let them buy from us and not us buying from them. You get? They are making synthetic things, but we have genuine cotton. Why don't we export genuine cotton shirts and dresses and you know, all that we are importing from other countries?
There's that opportunity to do that, and untapped potential, literally.
Yes.
But now, at least there's an opportunity to be able to get, even if you're just from the bottom, but your dream is to be up here.
To be there.
There's an opportunity.
The higher goal. Let us set for ourselves higher goals and work towards achieving them.
Now, in most cases, sustainability, because we're hoping that maybe at the end of this 5-year period, there'll be extension. That extension will be possible only if the evidence and the data is captured at the moment. And also when you get to think about the challenges that have been there in previous women empowerment programs, there is little done really to be able to, you know, continuously capture the data as you go along as a journey. It is either initial, then mid, then summative. We would want to find out what particular steps are there right now to capture that particular information as it emerges. Because there's always, like we mentioned, there's always something that is going to come up, gaps that are going to come up. What particular aspects are you looking at, especially?
We have an extensive system of capturing data under GROW. We have also an excellent M&E team that are helping us to capture this all required data at different levels.
Yes.
And we hope that it should be able to inform future programs. But all government programs have M&E and they have systems, and the data is there.
Yeah.
The data is there, but maybe it depends on how we use it. Yeah, and for what purpose and for what goals we get this data for. But for sure, there's a system that is capturing the data that is needed. All these banks have systems of capturing data.
They do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are not working as GROW alone.
Yeah.
We are working with all the right partners to make sure that we have a beautiful product.
Yeah. You know, I'm asking because, one, in most cases, there's been selective, if I can call it, most of the projects, some of them actually, there is selective data capture that misses out the majority. Now, the main funder is World Bank. Yes, World Bank, I know for sure, having worked on projects funded by that, is that it's very very consistently keen on the ESF and all these other standards, the environmental, social, the impacts and the health, safety, all that, and the frameworks. So and basically knowing that, and especially knowing that most of the programs just look at the financials, the financial aspect of that. They don't really take into account, nor do they monitor and evaluate. They do not monitor the social impacts, really, not just summatively, but from the beginning until the end. And whereas you may say, yes, the banks already have their say on this. They know how to take care of themselves. Yes, but let us focus on PSFU.
Now,
how will you target that?
GROW alone has a number of specialists, and each of these specialists is tagged to an item. We've talked about environment, we talked about social safeguards, we talked about M&E, communications on here, and at each of our points, we are capturing data that should be able to inform policy and decisions that are being made for future programs. Yeah, and we're not working alone.
No.
Like this, I'm telling you,
This
we are
is
not working alone.
There are many.
We are working with all other stakeholders to make sure that whatever is required at a certain point, it is captured, and it is captured well.
Do you have to be above 18 to access the GROW, to be part of the GROW project beneficiary?
The business community.
The business community.
We know that the work age is 18 and above.
Yeah.
Below 18, you're a student.
You're a teenage mother out of school. You're a teenage mother working out of school.
We don't want to encourage people to be teenage mothers early,
but they're there.
But if they are there,
yes,
and they're working,
yeah,
the most important thing is that you have a business and there is proof that you're doing business.
Yes.
You understand? The key words
is business.
The catchphrase is that you own an enterprise.
Yes.
You own a business. So if you're a teenage mother, you're not in school, you have a business, you're working, you're hustling.
Yes.
Then we're looking for you.
That's wonderful. You know, that's wonderful. And I know that this project is very inclusive. It's really very inclusive. And there's some who still they feel they're left out. You know, like the girl out there, the teenage mother.
There will always be somebody left out. We have a population, I don't know, we are doing the population census, I don't know the results yet, but we have a population that is between 45 to 50 million Ugandans.
Yeah.
The project cannot cover all those women.
Yes. But in specific, we're talking about, that's why I asked about
the target population that we are targeting, women entrepreneurs. Even then, we cannot target all of them and finish them. Somebody will always be left out. But try your best. Do your part. And we do our part.
Yeah.
And it's a 5-year project, though we have done 1.5, but there's still 3.5 there. And there's hope that it can go on
Yeah.
So do your part. Be ready.
And come in and access.
Yes. Do your part and see what happens. It's different to say the projects fabiko wada tebija tutugako tebilekere bananyini byo. No.
It is your fault if you cannot even come out.
Try, yes.
If you can't try.
Try and fail, but don't fail to try.
Would want to encourage, because we know that sometimes there are those ones that cannot access because maybe the starting year is 18. For those single mothers who are out there and you've already started, you are in business, and we have those ones who are actually into handcrafts, making all those, and they're really trying, and they've maybe started a little bit into catering, getting into catering, but still at the micro.
We have young girls in the refugee camps.
Yes.
They have been displaced by the wars in their countries, and it's not their fault. They find themselves in a refugee camp, and they have nothing to do. They're not able to go to school, but they can start something. We are encouraging them, we are training them first, and encouraging them to apply for GROW money. Because there's about $40 million part of GROW is meant for refugees and the host communities. So why wouldn't they apply? If they're 16 and they can work, they can make crafts, they can do tailoring, they can do hair, why don't they apply?
And there's something they've already started.
Yeah.
There's something they've already identified, which is really important. How often has, working in the refugee setting is totally something different as well. Sometimes we don't really get to see so much of it. One, because I think there's little financing before, but now it's there. What are those particular challenges maybe that you think will be most common within the refugee settings?
The instability itself. Today they are there, tomorrow they are not there. You may find that today you have invested in them, the next day there is peace in their countries and they have moved back. But they're moving with their skills.
Yes.
That alone, we should credit ourselves for it.
That's the most important thing.
Yes. Then another thing is the unwillingness to participate in the trainings that are available or to apply for the money. They feel,
I'm tired.
I've had enough. I'm not going to stress with this. Then another thing is a language barrier.
Yeah.
You're speaking French and Congolese, and these people who are working with you don't understand a thing. So you have to look for interpreters and translators to help you understand what these people are talking about. They're Sudanese, we don't speak Sudanese. They're Somalis, you don't understand their language. So those are some of the challenges that we face with
in implementation.
Yes, but they are manageable.
But there's still an opportunity,
yes,
a great opportunity to come in.
So you don't sit there because you're a refugee, you can't do business in Uganda.
Yeah.
Try.
Yes.
Last week we graduated trainees from URI at the Stroke Foundation, and we're working with stroke survivors. And they train stroke survivors, people with disabilities, the blind, the deaf, the lame. It was big. For me, it was the emotional bit. The excitement those people with disabilities had.
Yes.
As in, they feel like they're not left out. And they were able to stand out and explain what they have been told and how they're going to use it, how it's going to benefit. Some are saying, we are also going to train other women like us who have not been able to come, so that they learn what we have learned. We teach them how to make soap, we teach them how to make scarves, we teach them how to bake.
Yeah.
And make a difference in their lives. That alone is an achievement. So if that woman is not self-pitying, how about you?
True.
Yeah, those are some of the things that we would like to.
And this is wonderful. The magnitude to which these impacts can go, being able to bring in all these, those ones who have been previously excluded, the handicapped, and whatever age they are, basically can be able to tap into this. I just wanted to just take in just a few words and give us just a little bit of a summary that you feel is very exciting concerning the GROW project, that really each person out there who is still a little bit sluggish or is unaware. Yes? And thank you so much for the time, but just take some time and give them just an encouragement to be part and parcel.
Off the record, before the cameras were rolling, you asked me the same question.
They're still rolling.
No, I'm talking about it.
Yes.
So you asked me about what is exciting for me about the project.
Yeah.
And I told you it is the money.
It's the money.
It is the money. If I have a registered company and I have a product, but the only thing I'm lacking is money. And there's this opportunity of grow at 10%.
Why wouldn't you
I
take
would
it?
surely fly with it.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity for training. You have the money, but you don't have the skills. You don't even know what to do. But there's an opportunity for skilling. Yuri is training in a wide range of products. You can make toothpicks from bamboo. You can make jewelry. If somebody likes bling bling, you can make jewelry out of different things. Cow horn to make jewelry. You can make
whatever
you
it
can
is.
make you can process coffee, you can make process meat, you can process dairy products, you can do cosmetics. Even if you don't
the list
know
is
what-
endless.
The list is endless. The opportunities are endless. Okay, you have the skills, you have the money, but you don't know where to start from to certify. You don't even know what certification is. And we're telling you there's UNBS. At least Google. Everybody now almost has a smartphone. Google what UNBS does and how can you access their facilities, their services. Google what USB is. What does it do? You're hearing us talk about these things over and over again. Use your phone to search.
Yeah.
If you can't search, listen to radio, listen to TV. Today we're at Smart, tomorrow we'll be at Pakasa, the next day we'll be at another radio station or TV station. Be connected.
Yeah.
Be connected. Network, create small groups. There's You Will.
Yes.
There's
The women
Usia.
entrepreneurship, yes.
But if you're not part of this, you have your own village circle. Network. And in these village circles, there are lots of stories, information that flows through those small circles. So be in a circle, be in a group, network with others. Because if you're alone, you'll not know what's happening out there.
Yeah.
So be in a group, be in a circle, be be doing something, be found doing
Collective
something.
with other women.
Be connected,
Yeah.
be active, be involved.
Yes. That was this, Diana. This has been so eye-opening, really. For those who didn't know that really this opportunity is still there, for those who thought maybe it had closed, for those who didn't know the nitty-gritties, you have had it all from the PRO PSFU. Diana, and we appreciate you for coming. Please, we'll definitely get in touch with you whenever we feel there is something that needs some clarity, and kindly avail your efforts as well.
I will.
This has been Doreen Kemcha. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, stay well.